because the entirety of OG are looking to collapse on them. They've given up long control, an important trade, but it goes against Rob, standing up and delivering the fatal shot onto Valda. Lots of damage to BMAS, who's forced and pushed back and then pincered fully and skewered with the block. And Issa is going to get more. It's another...
That's a horrible position for that to be dropped. And because of that, the time's ticking away. In fact, Alexi B's even going to go peeking 1H.
In hand, as ever, on Dust2, you would expect nothing different, but he decides to try and fall back. Them some firepower to play with next round. Of course, they did force into this. Alexi, though, denying as many 10. And he might not be done just yet. He has more prey ahead of him. Nearly just wall bangs Carrigan down with the deagle.
Convincingly. So, yeah, he wasn't needed. Now, if he steps up as well, goodbye Mousesports. I'm sorry. I like this team. I want to see them succeed, but whatever the force fires, you should lose the map. Nice work from Frozen to at least get one, and Rops' players out there, especially in more of an entry role. This, though, from Frozen, a pretty good start. They're trying to hold on to the B side, but there's Issa again, and BK.
Driven players, but sometimes the negative impact of that is if you can quite...
This, Alexi B further enough ahead of him. Is there going to be a second win? The seconds, and sure, Frozen's flank is still coming, but Alexi B is now waiting for it. He goes down. That timing could not have been better. One by one, they get
5 rounds, unless Rops can maybe thread a couple of shots. There's one at least, and that's his first. And they will be waiting. Maybe creep over one player, draw out the fire. Rops misses the nose.
He is going to start this off well. We know that they can make this work with the pistols. Mantu crazy. We don't need to make these silly plays, and the patience pays off. Frozen, you're going to get anything? That's one. Not bad, but ultimately at the
goal. But no one is forthright. Can't spot anybody just yet, and eventually they're going to start the hemorrhage HP, and they're going to drop those guns.
So like it particularly was. I think it was inflated. OG though, this one's a bit slower, but then Alexi B comes along. 2 quick kills. Carrigan needs to match it.
In transition twice. They boosted up with Alexi, I believe it was, on Catwalk, and he got 2 picks off the...
Ready, gonna be 00 something like that. I think there was, because there was a 008 called Bill. So yeah, once it got past that, it got a little bit silly, and we started reading. And I do not want BMAS's sort of... It's a lot easier said than done, especially with how things are going so far. It does land the shot, but it's not quite the finish. Gonna have plenty of players pushing his way. He does manage to kill off the second, though, and now BMAS, he's on the board. Thank God for that. It's not going to happen this time, and he's looking to add to the looking winnable now. And oh my God, they're going to go for a run boost. Chris just picks MBK out. Okay, you can fly across the sky, but you can't kill me. So I'll just focus.
And Carrigan gets flashed again, still holds the line, but QB defenders, Frozen and Rops. What is your defense made of? You are going to be tested right now. Rops with a big frag, goes in for seconds, blitzes of him. Still 30 seconds to play with. Mantu needs to be getting this kill alongside MBK. Onto Mantu through the doors, who nearly gets finished off, but gives as good as he takes. Chris also dropped down low HP.
The guy, by the way, and then it's worth noting, we're going to have a battle for long, though, straight away. It's a bit awkward. Carrigan has managed to get a kill with an SMG. He's thrown the SMGs, picked it back up, and now he's ended up with an AK. He's got BMAS alongside him, and he's found a kill onto Issa as well. Leaves just 2 players standing. Frozen still battling, and actually Valde, he's managed one more. He's going to bring it back again. This was...
often miss. That gap will get closed exceptionally quickly, and he may not get a second chance. We've already seen him land a couple of shots, though, and he won't be missing, but it is the weakened Valda that goes down first, and then...
They're actually just going straight back to long. I'm not even going to get a chance to theorize. They're going for the same strategy. The seats, in comparison to the amount of times he seems to go down towards long. I do believe that with at least a decent amount of rounds, this is possible. And Chris, he almost gets 2 there. In fact, he's going back for more. Feeling the confidence is Chris J. And he gets... They lost fairly convincingly in the end. Chris, again, Vince, under pressure.
Under pressure, but we know he will not crack from that previous round. But Carrigan, you say Papa Carrigan, well, he certainly had that parental instinct defending the rest of the troops. Mousesports, great.
Also realized I said Papa Carrigan. I should have said Father Finn. It fits a lot better. But either way, Alexi B lost. His position around mid is gone, and well, this double orb setup has just started to tear OG a new one. Now it's Rops' turn to add some bodies to the pile. a 3K already. I think Frozen, well, he's bagsied this one. Even with, they deserve it. They should have reached it. But Mousesports have just found a new level, and you can count of times they lost the opening pick on long. There was almost every round. Now they're battling middle. Carrigan just goes straight through. BMAS tries to trade him, but they've kept the man advantage through the veins of Mousesports. Now Chris J goes out long. There's nothing they won't push. Vince, we have a game on our hands.
Oh, we absolutely do. And it's like the delayed tactical. Issa, 1-on-3 with 15 HP to his name. Do not play yourselves out of this. Issa could get caught, but Robs has his headroom in middle. And can he get this? Oh my! Chris J or Pace, miraculous 1v3 clutch from Issa. And as we rejoin the second half, Robs, it's looking like unless they can really battle back here, it could be going the way of Mousesports. I say that, but MBK and Valda both getting headshots. Chris J pushing straight through the very avenue where he landed his insane AWP play earlier on today. Valda with another one tap to add to the collection. And now it could be more, and indeed it is. The bomb's been dropped down, and Valda will...
He has been one of the better players so far. That flash is wonderful, but they don't check the close angle. Issa's just allowed... Sure, they've taken down Mantu, which is great, but the trade still puts it in a bit of a rough spot. Chris just goes walking out, and he does hit a hefty tag. But now his teammate's in a bit of a rough spot. They're going to have to hit some Juans.
Only Juan is the MP9 bullet between the eyes of BMAS. Carrigan posts up one through the smoke. Nearly.
It's sort of like it was game on. Then they lost a 1v3 in the pistol, and now it's sort of like it's OG's game to lose. Yesterday, where there was a couple of Deagles and some Glocks that managed to win a round, and maybe, just maybe, Mousesports so much damage to Chris, though. There's still the rifles in play. Chris has just gone through the door. And I don't mean walk through it. I mean, he's been shot through it. That's some extra space gained. There's still 4 players to find, but the weaponry is firmly in the favor of OG. The time, however, is not.
Utility in favor of OG. HP in favor of them as well, but they run into the crossfire of Deagles. And the Deags dish the damage. Alexi, M4, can maybe get a couple kills on his way out. The bomb may very well do the work for him, but no, Rob's actually... They'll need to come back first, though. Oh no. And Mantu. This, plus the fact that they have an AWP or scout, pardon me, in play on Alexi. The only downside, they have no kits or really money grenades. Flashbang on Issa. The crossfire, 2 players up close on the ramp and 1 down in the doldrums. Frozen dealt with accordingly, and Chris's AWP is all that remains. He got an ace on the other way round.
But that would be bye-bye Mousesports. And this isn't just, well, this isn't just pride or money on offer. There's a lot of points, Mantu, now. He's seen what Chris J can do. And Frozen.
All the utility that goes with him. And time itself is becoming an enemy, an adversary of Mouse. Good. Well-placed incendiary, and just as I was highlighting, Frozen carrying all the utility, he's been put down. Rop's position is now 20 seconds, and Rops has to make a quick run towards the A side. As soon as he pops out, though...
I'll give him that, but frankly, I think OG have cemented themselves at this point. They need something amazing, and Mantu is not going to allow for anything other than more highlights of himself going up on the OG Twitter page. As he has got a triple kill once again. MBK will be there to close alongside us.
9. I don't think it paints the full picture as to how Nuke came down.
Well, 1 round. OG go marching on. They survive, and they get to play the decider match to potentially go back into the upper bracket for the playoffs. For Mousesports, elimination. Valde, he looks to start them on that trend. It's his turn now. Dear Lord, I genuinely don't think their social media manager can keep up with the amount of clips he's going to have to upload today. This is ridiculous. Another triple kill. Alexi B, why not? Through the smoke, Valde wants to close it. Chris J